Yes, sir! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully these headphones work. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Yo, what up? Yo, you can hear me going to get it? Type yes or no in the chat if you can hear me. Salute, salute. All right, so yeah, I wanted to get into this Keefe D nonsense. Uh, he just looks stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? Dude was up there bragging or whatever. Basically, depending upon which interview you go to, he tells a million stories, but the stories that he's telling, he's revealing new evidence. So, the feds are all over that. So, that's it. That's what he gets. You know what I mean? So let's check that out. Let's get a Oh, you can hear me? All right, word. Let's check this out real quick. Let's see what we got over here popping.
Reflect that Mr. Davis is present in custody. Mr. DiGiacomo and Mr. Palal are here on behalf of the state. Mr. Davis, sir, have you retained counsel to represent you in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, here he is. Keefe D. Look at him. The guy that orchestrated the shooting, murder, death of Tupac Shakur. He thought he was going to get bail just now. I don't know what he thought.
Finish him!
That's a fact. That's a fact. Like, get this dude out of here. In my eyes, he's a piece of trash. He was one of the ones that helped rob us from Tupac Shakur. You know what I'm saying? And whoever's a fan, a true fan, whatever, if you're a diehard fan, I ain't no crazy ass fan or nothing like that. But I like to do his music. I like his message. And like, you get what's coming to you. You know what I'm saying? You can't be on national television. You know what I'm saying? All types of cameras and outlets, media outlets, talking about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the feds are watching everything, every app. It doesn't matter what you're on. Like, you think your phones, everything's protected. It's not, though. It really isn't. You know what I'm saying? So just keep in mind, man, what you're doing on this internet. You hear me? So, but let's take a little bit more of a look into this little clown ass dude, man. Like, this shit, it gets so deep, man. Like, I don't know, but let's look at a um, little scratch on the surface real quick of a little bit into the story of what's going on with this guy.
Thank you, Sheriff, and thank you, everybody, for being here today. My name's...
Now, hold on. Before I play this, right? What they're gonna tell you is these sheriffs. What they're gonna tell you is basically how they got this dude. You know what I'm saying? And what they were doing to get him, and how long they've been on him, and so on and so forth. So just pay close attention to this video, and you're gonna see some stuff, man. Like, and it's all common sense shit. It's all common sense knowledge. So just pay attention, man. Check it out.
Thank you, Sheriff, and thank you, everybody, for being here today. My name's Jason Johansson, and I'm the homicide lieutenant with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. And my goal here today is to walk you through our investigation and what led us to the indictment of Dwayne Davis, also known as Keefe D, for the murder of Tupac Shakur. This case has been reviewed by our homicide team and homicide detectives for over 2.5 decades. And ultimately, our persistence in this investigation has paid off. My homicide section handled this investigation from its onset and for a short amount of time. And within a short amount of time, what we knew was that we were working a gang investigation where our victims, our witnesses, and our suspects were all from Southern California and not local to Las Vegas. Within the first few months of the investigation, our detectives knew most of the information I just briefed you on. However, we never had the necessary evidence to bring this case forward and present it for criminal charges. As time went on, this case had been reviewed multiple times by different investigators assigned to my section, but it wasn't until 2018 that this case was reinvigorated as additional information came to light related to this homicide. Specifically, Dwayne Davis's own admissions to his involvement in this homicide investigation that he provided to numerous different media outlets. That he provided to numerous different media outlets. That he provided to numerous different media outlets.
All right, so right there, they told you that's where they got their information from and their evidence from various different media outlets, meaning YouTube, Instagram, uh, fucking Snapchat, whatever you're on, they're watching that shit. Okay? So keep playing around and thinking that you're sneaking around and you got this new app that deletes shit or whatever as you fucking after you type it and all that shit. None of that matters, dog. Like, yo, they've been on this shit for years and years. Like, I remember the movie Enemy of the State with fucking Will Smith, yo, when I was a kid. And back then they had technology that was from they had satellites and shit in space that can pinpoint your fucking coordination, your coordinates, anywhere on the globe. So they get the movies and stuff like that, like stories, movies, all that stuff, all starts from something that had some kind of truth to it, man. You know what I'm saying? It might not all be, 100% fact, but there's some facts in there somewhere. So just be wary about that, man. So the guys on, I see them on, like they said, various media outlets. One in particular was Vlad TV. Now that this guy got arrested, right? This is my thought, right? Now that the guy got arrested, there can be an argument pertaining to Vlad TV being some sort of government fucking agent or something, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he is. I don't know the dude, and I'm not really trying to put that on his jacket. But yo, the questions that he asked people up there, right? They're questions that a cop would ask you or whatever, or some sort of law enforcement and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, like as many interviews as he's done, man, as many celebrities and rappers, whoever has gone on there, talked about personal shit and shit that's fucking unresolved and open cases and shit. It was, it was inevitable before, you know, law enforcement decided to start using some of that shit. Look what they did with fucking Young Thug and all them. You know what I'm saying? The YSL case and all that shit. They were using lyrics from there. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing anymore, man. Like they're using people's lyrics. They're using, old fucking YouTube videos or whatever to get you. So keep playing around or whatever. But this guy's a piece of trash. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how anybody feels about him. I feel how I feel about him. I don't give a fuck about this dude. Um, he's a disgrace to our people. Personally, I feel like I said, he robbed us all from someone great. That could have potential. Who you never would have done what would have happened. What Tupac would have became. You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac, he might not have continued to do rap. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he would have went into politics or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he would have, you know, tried to make a change or something. I know if he was like a fucking a mayor or something, people would have voted for him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, whatever, man. But let's take a look at this idiot putting his fucking own balls in his mouth and self snitching. Be wary of that.
So let's talk about what happens next. Based on what the book says, Zip gave you guys a Glock, and you guys tossed him in the back seat. And Bubble Up was a driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just
Okay.
say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
No, we coming up. What's the name? What's that? Flamingo? Yeah, I think that's Flamingo. We was coming up Flamingo and got to the light. We was gonna go drink and smoke some weed, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He was hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac.
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next?
And we just came and shit. I ain't gonna go into details like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you got it in a book. You done played it everything else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, in the book, you said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a gun.
It looked like he was reaching. Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually see a gun?
Nah, shit. Once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car
That's what happened.
started shooting at Tupac and Suge.
Plane starts blasting. You say Suge looks over, he sees you.
Yeah.
He looks right at you.
Yeah, he looked at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then Tupac's busy getting shot. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out
In
of
the
the
back seat or something.
Yeah. What do you see happening inside
He
their
jumping
car?
in. I seen a bullet going to Suge head. I thought he was dead.
So Orlando shot across Dre.
He leaned over on the window. We rolled down the window, popped.
Who was it?
They would have drove on my side. I would have popped them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
Right.
I'm not gonna go into details on that one. Keep the streets on me. I ain't gonna go into detail on that.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and read from the book.
Well,
So
let them buy the book then.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna read this passage. The shit was on. Tupac made an erratic move and began to reach down beneath his seat. It was the first and only time in my life that I could relate to the police command. Keep your hands where I could see them. Instead, Pac pulled out a strap, and that's when the fireworks started. One of my guys from the backseat grabbed the Glock and started busting back. The first shot skinned Suge in the head, and I thought that motherfucker was dead. I had heard some stories, supposedly that Suge used Tupac as a shield when the bullets started flying, but that's some bullshit. Suge was already wounded, and he was the one that got touched. As the rounds continued flying, I ducked down so I wouldn't get hit.
Basically, yeah.
White Cadillac arm came out the back seat and started letting off.
What went through your head when you saw that?
They shoot my nigga.
So, the bullets started flying. Tupac and Suge's car get all shot up. Was there, and I'd heard different versions of the story, but the one version I heard was that that their entourage started shooting back.
Basically, yes.
Okay. Does anyone from the death row side return fire?
Yes.
Okay. Can you say what that was?
Yeah, he's no longer with us. His name was Buntry.
Buntry.
One of Suge's right-hand guy, our good friend, Alton McDonald. He chased the car down. He also received one gunshot to his vehicle. His car was shot. He had a black Toyota Supra. And him and another guy returned shots at that car.
Yeah, they saying they left their guns at home. No, they started shooting back. Then some chicks was in a sea breeze, started following a white sea breeze, ragtop sea breeze.
Why were the girls following you guys?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's crazy.
But I guess their window got shot out,
Front windshield, yeah.
and they stopped following you at that
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
I've talked to a couple people that were there about the situation, and from what they told me was that, you guys came up, the car that you were in came up behind Tupac's car. You guys didn't, the cars were not facing each other.
No, they weren't facing each other.
They were not facing each other.
Gutter lane,
You guys got up parallel to them, behind them. And, when you look
side
at
by side.
side by side. So how would you even see Tupac reach for anything if you're driving behind him?
We weren't driving behind. I tell you, we were side by side at the light.
Oh, okay. You guys were already side by side when it
Yeah.
happened.
So he just told you exactly what happened. He's been telling us for years. And then now, people are surprised that he's going down. Whatever agreement that he had before or whatever, because all the people that were involved, most of them, pretty much actually all of them are dead. Everybody that was in the car, you seen the footage or whatever that they reenacted or whatever, they showed it. Everyone's deceased already at this point. So he's the only one left to be held culpable for anything or whatever. So it wouldn't be wise to be up there fucking telling exactly what the fuck happened. Like, you're not OJ. Like, OJ's the person that could almost get away with some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, that's not something to glorify neither, especially given the fact of how many people actually cared about Tupac and loved the man. So you put a huge target on your fucking back in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he survived all this time, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad it happened. You know what I'm saying? That you know they found the guy. You know what I mean? Well, we know who it was, but I'm glad they're actually acting on it. They're doing something about it because that was a lot of people's childhood and shit. You know what I'm saying? Quiet as kept. You know. So, but anyways, moving along to my next part of the show, I wanted to talk about celebrity gossip and shit like that. Excuse me, not the celebrity gossip. Celebrities misusing their um their statures and their power um to do evil deeds. You know, uh, man, I've been seeing a lot of stuff in the news um lately about this dude Russell Brand or whatever. He's a comedian or whatever, English actor comedian. He was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall or whatever. Um, white boy movies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you guys ever seen any of that, but yeah, that's what he's in. I haven't watched it. I know the film or whatever, and that's like the only thing I knew he was in. But this he's a dirtball, and now he has a huge target on his back because back in the day, you know, and his rise to fame, he mistreated women, sexually assaulting them and, slipping Mickeys and shit in their drinks and all that, the typical slime ball bullshit, right? So guys like that, they have so much money and so much power and so much stature that they think that, oh, nothing's gonna happen to me. Fucking, I'm not gonna go down or whatever, and if anything ever happens, it's so long ago that fucking either the bitch forgot or fucking no one's ever gonna fucking believe her, you know what I'm saying? Which is a fucked up way to think, but that's gotta be how they're thinking because they do these things without fucking any regard at all, and what's done in the dark always comes to light. Don't ever forget that. It don't matter what it is. All right. So this guy's got a few accusers or whatever coming forward. Some of them it was like fucking 20 years ago or whatever. Now see, this guy has a following. Well, he had a following on YouTube, but see, YouTube since deactivated his account um, because of the allegations. You know what I'm saying? And his following is saying, "Oh, you know, YouTube's fucking with him and the government's fucking with him because he's on his YouTube page, speaking ill about the government and blah 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 and right wing this and left wing that and blah blah blah." I don't give a fuck about none of that politics shit. Okay, I don't. You know what I'm saying? You could probably say I should, but at the end of the day, we see what happens with politics. Like, you can't even talk about fucking politics with somebody without wanting to rip their fucking head off. So, again, I really don't care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, this following, they're fucking diehards and shit like that. So it's hard for them to believe that this guy fucking did something. Now, see, my message for this segment is the fact it's more of on the lines of a question. Is it okay for someone to commit brutal, heinous, fucking atrocious acts and get away with it? Is it okay for them to do these terrible things to people solely because they're entertainers or you like their movies or stuff like that? Is it okay for us to excuse them from the shit that they do? Like, because I mean, there's some people, you know what I'm saying, that are included in this that we actually fucked with. Like, look at R. Kelly. Like, it fucking sucks, dog. Like, I can't even like listen to the nigga's music because now all that I think about is fucking his shit's catered to little girls or something, man. Like all the things that you think that he's talking about a grown woman, just replace all of those fucking sweet nothings and all that shit with a fucking child, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's a complete turn off for me. I can't fucking do it no more. It sucks. I remember when I used to drink or whatever, fucking few years back, and I was standing in line waiting for a fucking to pay for my bottle of fucking whatever the fuck I had. Um and they were playing fucking R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying, over the fucking, the music in the store and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I was sitting there like, damn, like thinking about it, and I was starting to feel fucking weird, yo. Like I was starting to feel weird because, like, just knowing how the whole trial and everything went down, I felt weird, like listening to that shit. I felt like I was doing something, you know what I'm saying? So I can't even listen to shit like that no more. Like whenever somebody like that does something that heinous, I can't fuck with it no more. But anyways, yeah, this guy's a dirtball. He's not the only one that, has used their stature and money and power and stuff like that to fucking take advantage of people and to harm people and just to do fucking terrible things. You know what I mean? It's a plethora of people that are doing it even as we speak right now. Um, but yeah, this next segment is about celebrity sex crimes, and I hope you enjoy it. Check it out. Some of America's most sexual deviants happen to be our most loved and revered entertainers. Although different in some aspects of life, whether they are black, white, an athlete, or vocalist, these deviants have many things in common, and they utilize their positions, stature, and money to engage in predatory behavior. Some of these predators have been preying for decades, and the most sinister have been able to hide behind their celebrity, allowing them to get away with these assaults for years ranging from 20 to 40 years. Ask yourself, is it okay to let people get away with heinous crimes and acts solely because you like their music or how they play ball or because they have a blockbuster movie? Yeah, that nasty guy, dirty man, fucking Jerry Sandusky touching all the little boys and stuff like that. Fucking Jesus Christ. But you know, we elected a guy who fucking had sexual assault cases and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So obviously in America it's seeming like they don't take it that serious, or I don't know, maybe they do. I guess it's selective, right? Depending upon who you are. Um, they're gonna determine on if they're gonna fucking prosecute you or go after you or whatever for some heinous shit, which is fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be on the same level because everybody dies, nobody lives forever, so nobody's really technically better than anyone else. But anyways, let's get into this next part.
You called what you said locker room banter. You described kissing women without consent, grabbing their genitals. That is sexual assault. You bragged that you have sexually assaulted women. Do you understand that?
No, I didn't say that at all. I don't think you understood what was said. This was locker room talk. I'm not proud of it. I apologize to my family. I apologize to the American people. Certainly I'm not proud of it. But this is locker room talk. When we have a world where you have ISIS chopping off heads, where you have, and frankly, drowning people in steel cages, where you have wars and horrible, horrible sights all over, where you have so many bad things happening. This is like medieval times. We haven't seen anything like this, the carnage all over the world. And they look and they see. Can you imagine the people that are frankly doing so well against us with ISIS? And they look at our country and they see what's going on. Yes, I'm very embarrassed by it. I hate it, but it's locker room talk, and it's one of those things.
Yo, this dude is fucking hilarious, man. Yo, these politicians, man, are they good fucking talkers, yo? They know, like, they're really wordsmiths, man. Yo, they know how to fucking get out of some shit. Like, he said, no, I didn't say it was locker room banter. I said it was locker room talk. What's the fucking difference, yo? Seriously, what is the difference? Locker room banter, locker room talk. But anyways, that was his way of fucking, you know, basically telling you to fuck off, and ain't shit gonna happen to him because he's the president, and that is what it is. What it is, you know what I'm saying? Guys like that, man, they just get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, see, that was the former president. Now look at the next guy they give us, right? The next guy they give us is even more so fucking of a deviant as this other guy. Let's check him out. So, two presidents that we elected, both definitely fucking offenders, definitely on the low ski. Like Donald Trump, not so much on the low. His shit's out there, but uh, Joe Biden, that's definitely creepy ass Joe. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the main guy that I wanted to fucking really get on because I had like you know, several minute discussion about this guy with somebody, one of his loyal fucking supporters, and it was actually starting to piss me off. And I was trying to find the words, you know, to express myself without being ignorant and disrespectful. But you know, those things get fucking tough, man. You know what I'm saying? So the next guy that I wanted to fucking put on the chopping block is Russell Brand. Okay, this is the guy, you know, that's in the media now. This is the big one after your boy, what's his name, Andrew Tate or whatever. I don't know how he slithered out of whatever the fuck he was in, but this new guy, Russell Brand, he's not new. He's been around for a long time. He ain't really made nothing that was really that blockbuster that anyone really gave a shit about. Um, he's more of like a, you know, English guy. He's over there in England and all that shit. He's more over there, like, but he be over here too in America and stuff like that. But um, I don't know if he's as popular in America as he is in England. Nevertheless, he's molested women from there to here to there to there. So let's check out a little bit on this POS.
Russell Brand under fire after multiple women have accused him of sexual assault. In a new documentary report, the comedian who was married to Katy Perry is now responding, flatly denying the accusations. Even
some of these women saying they didn't come forward until now because they were scared and only came forward after reporters reached out to them.
This morning, comedian and actor Russell Brand facing accusations of inappropriate sexual behavior with several women. Brand speaking out, denying he did anything wrong.
But I feel like I'm being attacked.
Marriage to pop star Katy Perry. But now, 5 women coming forward with allegations, 4 of them anonymously, in an in-depth collaborative documentary by multiple British media organizations accusing Brand of rape, sexual assault, and abuse. One of the victims says she was just 16 years old at the time.
I was pushing him away, and so I ended up having to punch him really hard in the stomach to get him off. And I was crying, and he said, "Oh, I only want to see your mascara run anyway."
The women's claims span alleged behavior over a 7-year period between 2006 and 2013 at the height of his fame.
I felt like I was groomed.
Some of the allegations from the women so disturbing, we're choosing not to share them.
Amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute.
Brand posting a video online addressing the allegations.
I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual.
Brand was known for his wild behavior and promiscuity, at one point even describing himself as a narcissist and seeking treatment for sex and drug addictions. In 2010, he married Katy Perry, but the union only lasted 14 months. Brand infamously telling her over text he was divorcing her. Perry telling Vogue in 2013 she knew the real truth about her ex-husband and that she was keeping that locked in my safe for a rainy day. She has not commented on these allegations.
So, you heard what she said. Katy Perry has some shit to say about the guy that she's been hiding away, locked away for years or whatever, ever since they got married and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, if this case, or excuse me, if there's ever a case, if these charges go forward or whatever, and then, you know, it ends up in court and shit like that, it's gonna be interesting to see what Katy Perry has to say about this fucking slime ball. You know what I'm saying? Like it said already in the video, numerous women came forward. That he sexually assaulted a girl when she was 16. The dude was like fucking 30 something or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they're trying to say you know, it isn't a minor or whatever because in England or whatever over there, 16 is legal or whatever. But I mean, come on, man, like 16 and you're fucking 30 and shit like that, dog. Like that's a bad look, right? And we already know what you're doing. You can't possibly have anything, you know, really in common with a 16-year-old as a fucking 30, 40-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing that you could possibly have, you know what I'm saying, is something physical. That's it. Like your brain is like if you're fucking 30 or 40 years old and your brain has capacity as that of a 16-year-old, then you have fucking problems, dog. And you need to seek help. And that's for the females too, because the females be getting down too, man. I just seen a video of some girl that was molesting her fucking boyfriend's fucking son or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And the cops fucking walked in. It was all on a body cam and shit. And they arrested her or whatever. And she was like acting all surprised. And as soon as they told her why, you know, it was like she knew, like, yeah, I did it. I guess the boyfriend had like a fucking a teddy cam or something, or he had some little camera or whatever, you know, hidden inside the house or whatever, and he watched her do what she was doing or whatever. So that's pretty fucked up. But yeah, you know, people have been coming out speaking against this dude, fucking Russell Brand or whatever. He's a piece of trash or whatever. He's no longer on YouTube. They deactivated his shit, and so yeah, that people were speaking. Some people that were speaking were the Osbournes. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Ozzy Osbourne, Sharon Osbourne, Jack, and forgot the daughter's name or whatever. She's kind of weird now. She used to be fat or whatever, chunky, and now she's all skinny and shit. Like I don't know, but yeah, let's check out what they had to say about it.
Russell Brand, obviously, you know, major celebrity figure on both sides of the pond for a long time, now accused of rape and sexual abuse in a big investigation by the Sunday Times and Channel 4 dispatches. Sharon, what do you make of this story? You know Russell Brand.
The only thing I can say about Russell Brand is the two things that I don't like was when he spoke about one of them is a very good friend of ours, Kimberly Stewart, about what he'd done to Kimberly Stewart in front of her father.
Well, I was there. I was actually there, you know.
Sir Bob Geldof.
Well, I was there.
Oh, you were?
Well, I was there when he boasted about having slept with Kimberly Stewart, and Rod Stewart was there. And Rod Stewart, it was the GQ Awards 2006, and Rod Stewart went up on stage and absolutely took him down.
So Yeah, right there. Like no, so far nobody really has anything great to say about this guy except for his fucking following and shit like that. Who usually like people that have followings and shit like that. Like a lot of their followings are just weird fucking people. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Donald Trump had a fucking following too, and you see how what happened with them. So, but yeah, this next little clip that I'm gonna play, uh, it's gonna show him, all right, as a young teen or a young man, and he's gonna be reminiscing on picking up prostitutes and just doing all types of shit, just as a young boy, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna, and the guy that's with him, fucking cheering him on, is his own father. So the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. If you see this guy, you're gonna see the way that he looks. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, he did some shit. To me, he looks like a fucking ripper. Um, Rippers are called, we call ripper, child molester. We call rippers where I'm from, and or snipers, you know, diaper ninjas, or you know what I'm saying. We call them that type of shit. You know what I mean, but we don't respect these motherfuckers, and they should never get any shine. Um, but yeah, let's just see how the father is virtually a splitting fucking image of him. Like I could see where he gets his style from. There's twisted fucking guys, man. I don't know. Let's check it out.
I think since that holiday when we went to Thailand and that.
That's right, isn't it?
Do you remember that first night? The Mandarin Palace Hotel in Hong Kong. All them women sort of wearing swimsuits, sort of parading about, and I remember thinking, like, so as soon as we got in, I thought, fucking hell, look at all them women in swimsuits. I can't wait to get back to my school, tell my mates about all them women in swimsuits. and then like,
I wish I had my flippers.
I remember looking at them thinking, bloody hell, I can't wait to tell my mates. And then one of them came over and started talking to me, and I thought, wow, I can't wait to tell my mates. So one of them came and she started touching my dick and kissing me and stuff. I thought, fucking hell, I can't wait to tell my mates. But I actually ended up telling my mates. It was about 3 prostitutes in the back of a taxi with the click-a-clack of their high heels on a marble hotel lobby floor, going up to that beautiful room, and like, sort of you being there with that woman who came back for nothing, didn't she? The manager of the brothel, the madam.
Me, didn't she?
Yeah, a big success with her. And then you had that other one, and then I had that lovely young Filipino one, didn't I?
You fell in love every time.
Yeah, I fell in love with that Filipino one. I remember sort of in the bit in the night, sort of after everything was finished, about 4 o'clock in the morning. I remember her saying, like it was all sort of lovely tranquil atmosphere, and I'd already sort of held her in my arms and gone out of the balcony of the hotel and looked over Hong Kong with her, well, over to the building that was sort of there, actually, sort of looked over that building.
I never looked out the window.
No, well, you were busy, weren't you? and I remember sort of sat down on the bed with her, sort of like stroking her hair, and she goes something like, she goes, Russell, I have to leave before I fall in love with you. And then from the other bed goes, oh, bleed nil, I would be sick.
Just to warn you guys, it gets a little bit worse around here.
Me, all sort of teary the next day, moping. And then I remember waking up sort of the next morning and there being sort of half-filled glasses of sort of champagne everywhere and empty sort of champagne bottles and sort of the signs of their sort of presence everywhere. I remember you sort of reading the paper, going, did you wear a condom with that bird last night? I went, oh, no, never. You know, you should have.
Now watch. His fucking loyal supporters are gonna be fucking. Yo, I'm telling you, I had someone arguing with me, like seriously, for several fucking minutes more than what I actually wanted to argue for. And like, yo, they're trying to tell me, oh no, it's fucking bullshit and this and that. And I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, this dude's a fucking. If you just watch anything that he's in or interview anything, he could just be walking by and fucking, yo, he's grabbing somebody's ass, fucking touching some woman or whatever. Like, a lot of these women have fucking husbands and shit. You know what I'm saying? So imagine that you're chilling or whatever, you're at work, and fucking, your wife calls you or texts you like, yo, this fucking dude just grabbed me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Or maybe she won't tell you, and fucking you could be watching TV and your wife or something is a reporter, and fucking she fucking, you know, did this dude's story, and then he was all feeling all up on her and shit. You had to see that shit on TV. That shit's crazy. It's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's check it. Let's see what he does to this girl. This girl, Catherine McPhee. She's a celebrity. Let's see how he treats her, and let's see the fucking uh the circus that because they go on Jimmy Fallon, right? This is a clip from Jimmy Fallon. The guy's on there, and it's like Jimmy Fallon's fucking encouraging it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're both like yo, playing monkey in the middle and shit with this girl. But yo, let's check it out.
Watch how he cheaply cops a field on Catherine McPhee. Watch this. This is funny. And he's being coached by Jimmy Fallon. She's all confused, like, what the fuck's going on? Sickening.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me run that one more time so you can see that one more time. Watch this.
Watch how he cheaply cops a field on Catherine McPhee. Watch this. This is funny. And he's being coached by Jimmy Fallon. She's all confused, like, what the fuck's going on? Sickening.
So she literally, in my eyes, right? I feel like she fucking didn't know what was going on and she thought it was like some kind of joke or whatever. She was part of a joke or whatever, and she didn't know what was going on. So, but yeah, that's how these guys are like slipping their little fucking feels off and stuff. Like they're playing games with it. You know what I'm saying? They're mixing it in with their regular everyday lives. Like this guy, Russell Brand, his entire career is based off of fucking sexual crude humor. So if he's touching women and shit like that, people are gonna automatically think it's funny because that's what his content's about. And they're gonna think that he's joking. So he can mask it by saying, yeah, he's joking or whatever, but you're joking as you're grabbing a woman's nipple or breast or whatever, and you're still copping a feel. So how much of a joke really is that? You know what I'm saying? What percentage of it is joke and what percentage of it is you trying to get a fucking cheap thrill? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me run this dude down a little bit more. Let me show you a little bit more from this little clown dude, man.
His wonderful haircut, he must be gay. Look how sensitive and vulnerable he is, he must be gay.
That's right.
That means women feel safe around me, they trust me, then bang, pregnant, bang, pregnant, bang, pregnant. There you go, love. Be careful because that's a low-cut dress.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I'm only flesh and blood. I've got instincts.
Oh, okay.
What do you think that gesture means, the way you're touching that bottle? What does that indicate? What is that? What's the subtext of that?
I think we gotta go to break.
You need to lose that ring, Mika, because it don't mean nothing to you.
There's chest hair.
It's a landscape.
It's a landscape.
What's going on your
It's
landscape?
chaotic.
A little bit of sunburn. Look at him go. Look at them nipples. They could lactate any moment. All right, Liz,
We
goodbye.
were. Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's been really a wonderful see you later, Liz.
Russell.
All right, take care. Russell, I can undo your bra just like this. Liz, I love you.
No, you've thrown me, but
Don't
I
worry.
love that you're throwing me.
If you're ever so confused, Fifi Box, pop yourself down on my knee and see if we can't get you pregnant. I wanted it to be an expressionistic biscuit, like, say, Fritz Lang's Metropolis demonstrating birth, but in shortbread. And around her, the vagina, through which we all enter life, the placenta is at the bottom, standing next to me.
So yo, the jokes are dry as hell. I don't know. I'm not laughing at none of those jokes. Those jokes are dry as hell. Pretty much every woman that was in the video right there that he was touching, they all have husbands. Okay, so if you look closely, the reporter, the second to the last reporter that he grabbed and unhooked her bra and all that shit, that he looked into her eyes, he gazed in her eyes, and then he kissed her or whatever live on television. When you see that her like swinging like side to side or whatever, swaying, you can see her bring her hand up onto his shoulder, and she has a ring on her finger. You know what I'm saying? So the lady's married. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga just put his crusty ass, dirty ass lips on another man's wife. You heard me? If I would have ever seen that, it would have been fucking shit. They would have had to call National Guard or something to come get me, man. For real. I would have fucking turned all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna just do that shit. Like, nobody know where your lips been. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have herpes or something, and then you're putting your fucking lips on somebody else's wife. You fucking crazy, dog. But yeah. Anyways, let me get back into what I'm doing. Let me show you a little bit more about this fucking goofy ass.
There's a huge following of Russell Brand due to his acting in movies and comedic performances, and also his now deactivated YouTube page.
Hold up. I'm gonna stop this, yo, because I just want to say this. Fuck this dude. And yo, I don't care who likes him. If you're a subscriber, whatever, and I'm offending you, whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you want to leave, you can. It's up to you. I don't give a shit. This is my opinion. This is my show. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. I'm sure there's not gonna be many people watching it at first anyway, so I'm not really sweating shit. But those that like it or whatever, everybody that's fucking with me, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back with even more great shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all content over here, man. All content. None of that arguing bullshit or whatever that people seem to get sucked into. Like I don't deal with none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's my friend on here on YouTube. I don't know anybody personally or whatever. If I do have a friendship, it's a YouTube friendship, and that's it. I don't know nobody outside of it or whatever. So whatever. But yeah, let me get back into this bum ass mouth.
There's a huge following of Russell Brand due to his acting in movies and comedic performances, and also his now deactivated YouTube page.
One last thing before I restart this. All the beats that you hear in the back, the music or whatever, I made all that shit myself on the cheap apps. So whatever, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody's like, oh, how come there's always music or whatever, it's because I got it there and that's what I like. And you know what I mean? I made it myself, so I don't get no copyright claims or none of that shit. So again, let me finish this off. Sorry guys, bear with me.
There's a huge following of Russell Brand due to his acting in movies and comedic performances, and also his now deactivated YouTube page. There are a number of people who believe he is innocent and that the government is coming after him because of his political views, which he expressed on said YouTube page. I was asked by one of his loyal supporters, how would you feel if people wouldn't let go of something you did in the past? So I responded with, at 19, I was given a 32-year total sentence for robbery, in which I served 8 years. And at 40 years old, my transgressions are still being held against me by police officers when I'm just driving in my car and minding my own business. I also said that sexual assault allegations should be taken seriously, no matter when or where they occurred, or when they were reported. This man's entire career was literally based off sexual humor, and right in front of our eyes, he's committed these acts, and we sit back and laugh because he's funny.
And that's a fact, yo. I meant everything that I said just now in that dubbed video. I mean everything that I say, and if I don't, I'll tell you I don't mean it. But pretty much every time that I'm speaking, man, I mean what I say, and I try to hit people with facts. And you know, I don't spin my own narratives. Hopefully, you know, you guys that pulled in or whatever, you enjoyed the show or whatever. I need to work on these connectivity issues right now. Like I just bought a bunch of freaking equipment and stuff so I can really start podcasting, and I'm having problems with the internet over here. I don't know if it's the laptop is just slow or old, and maybe I need to get a new one, or I don't know if I got something hooked up wrong or whatever over here. But I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And come on back. Don't forget to hit the like button. All right. Peace.
Yes, sir!